Because the worst thing you can do as a bad team is middle. If you're gonna be bad, be bad. So you can get the pick. But they just don't know they don't know what they want to do. So they middle and they get amount of terrible picks.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Odd Coaches Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Keith Adams, and with me for this entire week, special crew, starting with Captain for Life, Will Cotton. Will, let's get this week started off right. How you doing?
I'm feeling great. Feeling great. A lot more energy than I did earlier, so I'm feeling great. Excellent.
All right, and fans, you're going to see him all week. You're going to hear from him all week. But I've been hearing from him for about 30 some odd years. Probably more than that. Actually, it is more than that. George Hockett is joining us. And George is a longtime athletic director, counselor, coach, Yankees aficionado. More importantly, he's one of my closest friends. George, thank you for finally getting on. And it's going to be a great week of episodes.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
All right. So on this Top Shelf Tuesday, segment 1. Best, worst, and most surprising. Segment 2, we did preview episodes. It's the halfway point. Let's see how we did. Where were we right? Where were we wrong? And in segment 3, we'll talk about things strictly for entertainment purposes only. And again, I was not entertained this week. But first, Will, what is the best thing you saw today in the National Football League?
It was very low key, but the best thing for me was the Cardinals and the Texans game. I loved it. Kyler Murray came back out after a long time with injury. He had an 84 QBR. He had a touchdown through the air. He had a touchdown through the ground. He looked really good. He looked spry. He took some hits. Still kept getting up. So I really like how he looked, man. And then C.J. Stroud still killing it. The guy had 336, 2 touchdowns, 85 QBR, and the win. And, you know, we all in the panel, not Jordan because he wasn't there, but everybody else was saying Houston's not going to do anything. Houston can't do anything. We said he was, Ohio State quarterback. They trashed him with the Wonderlic test. And he's phenomenal, man. So that is the best thing I saw. Both of them phenomenal quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud got the win. Best thing I saw.
All right, George, what was the best thing you saw today?
My best thing I saw this week, I'm going to say, I'm going to have to go with those Jacksonville Jaguars. They actually look like they like a contender this week. Like they got righted the ship. I think we've been up and down with Thor as quarterback all this whole season. He looked like he got it together, and ATN looked like he was ready to ball. So yeah, those Jacksonville Jaguars impressed me today.
All right, I'm going to go with the law firm. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He led the Browns on a game-winning drive, and although I have the Pittsburgh Steelers on a season-long bet, the emotion this kid showed after the game was real. Glad he got the win. Not that glad, but again, that was the best thing I saw. Cotton Man, what's the worst thing you saw?
Man, Commanders, man, the worst thing today. The worst thing, because the worst thing you can do as a bad team is middle. If you're going to be bad, be bad. So you can get the pick. But they just don't know they don't know what they want to do. So they middle and they get amount of terrible picks. Howell played awful. He had 3 interceptions, lost against a guy that was living with his mom. He still lives with his mom. He lost to this guy. Are you serious? And the worst thing, to top it off, FedEx Field had no hot water, so neither team was able to shower. So it was just terrible. It was a terrible day for them. Worst thing was Commanders and the FedEx Field.
Man. And you can't make that up. It's all true. It's all true. George, Akiak, what was the worst thing you saw today?
The worst thing I saw today, we got 2 low-hanging fruits here, and Mr. Cotton just attacked one of them. So I'm going to go for the other low-hanging fruit. Whoever the scout was that thought Wilson was an NFL-ready quarterback needs to be put out of football. This is a continuous saga all year of how to play bad as a quarterback in the NFL. The Jets need to be shot for this. They need to be shot. It's just getting worse each week. It's getting worse each week.
All right, I'm gonna take that low hanging fruit, and pile on to the Washington Commanders. Okay, so fans, Ryan Bobian, friend of the show, he's a correspondent. He's upset. Mike King, who unfortunately this is the one night Mike can't be on, he's upset because the Giants won. What are you doing winning? Okay. I'm not much for firing folks, things like that. But man, you lost to the Giants twice to two backup quarterbacks. Brian wants Jack Del Rio gone. I got my man Robert Anderson, good friend of the show. He texts me every week and he's upset. So when the regular folks are just mad, that's not a good thing. And heck, man, Point Five didn't even text me, and he was at the game today. Okay, what's the most surprising thing you saw?
Most surprising thing I thought probably how bad the Titans look, and they really have no plan. They have no plan. All the quarterbacks are bad. Tannehill's hurt and expensive. Malik Willis is he's somewhere else. I don't know. And then Will Levis is just bad. That's probably I don't like. I'm like I didn't know how bad they were. And then they have like Hopkins and Henry, and I'm just like what. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I was surprised how bad it was. I thought we were going to be like at least decently bad, but they are bad, like a bad team.
All right, George, what's the most surprising thing you saw?
Surprising thing I saw. Bring them back from the grave again. Y'all keep kicking dust on Mr. Love out there in Green Bay, but somehow, some way, Mr. Love pulls out another one. I actually thought. And I actually have thought that Love was going to be a decent quarterback. He was going to be all right for Green Bay, and he showed spurts of it. Today just happened to be one of them, and he pulled him out the fire again, get that win. So I got to go with old Jordan Love.
All right. Following, if you're listening, I'm surprised that Brock Purdy had a perfect passer rating, proving once again that old Coach Adams and his quarterback is overvalued and overrated is the truest statement out there. You got guys off the scrap heap winning NFL games, and you got cats like Justin Herbert getting big money for little bitty results. So again, this helps me out with not overpaying quarterbacks. So with that, fans, when we get back, we're going to go through our preseason rankings. We were right, and we were way wrong. We'll be right back on the Odd Coaches Podcast.
The CKA SAVE Project is an industry leader in advocating for student-athlete, academic, and athletic needs. Through academic and athletic enrichment, the CKA SAVE Project is on the forefront of the issues facing 21st century student-athletes. As student-athletes continue to struggle to find a better balance between academic and athletic success, the CKA SAVE Project offers academic and athletic services to support student-athlete academic success, including academic skills assessment, academic and athletic consulting, academic monitoring, academic and athletic workshops. For more information or to schedule a free consultation, contact Dr. Keith Adams by email at cka@ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the Odd Coaches Podcast as we continue to slam the Commanders. That is segment 2, midpoint predictions. We're going to see how I did in the beginning because these are mine. I own them. So in the AFC North, fans, I had Cincinnati, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. And let's just say that was not correct. Baltimore's in first place. I don't know if it's Cleveland or Pittsburgh in second place now. And Cincinnati are the pits right now. Will, first of all, Cincinnati's bootlegging with the betters. Tell me your thoughts on your reaction to my AFC North predictions.
The predictions, man, I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, for the most part, we knew Baltimore and Cincinnati were going to be it kind of right there. And obviously, Burrow getting hurt is going to tip the scale. But what thing happened is, I mean, Lamar's been the best quarterback in that division quietly. And you can say what you want. He's been playing the best. So Congrats. And that defense turned up, man. That defense turned on, boy. So they have a lot of confidence, you know. And they look dangerous, man. They looking dangerous. They're getting hot at the right time. So perfect division.
All right. So I'm going to give you the AFC South. I had Jacksonville, Tennessee, the Colts, and the Texans. That was way off. It's Jacksonville, Houston, Tennessee, and the Colts, if I'm not mistaken. Any thoughts on how I picked the AFC South?
What Herm say? You are who you say you are. So Jacksonville showed up. It's one big thing we cannot get away from this season. Devastating injuries have just destroyed a lot of teams in different situations. I mean, and I could go back and talk about the North, but since we're talking about the South right now, you can see the experiment that was happening right down there with the Colts just get derailed when my man went out, and then the backup went out, and now you're looking at a situation where it was always going to be. I mean, it's Jacksonville and everybody else. Now Houston put in a couple of wins together, and Stroud looks pretty good. But are they going to hold that? Are you willing to put your money on that come playoff time? Only one I'm riding with money wise is going to be Jacksonville. That's it.
All right. Tag Will back in the AFC East. I have Miami, the Jets, Buffalo, and then New England. Miami is in first. Buffalo is second. Jets are third, and New England is bringing up the rear, so to speak. Will, any reactions about the AFC East?
I think we agreed that Buffalo was. I mean, they were going to be in there, but they were going to regress. I didn't know that regression was going to be so adamant, adamant about it. Like it was like, "Dad, y'all are, one step forward, two steps back," kind of thing. But we love the team that Miami built. The coach, I mean, they love the guy. They put the right guys around him. They're getting stronger, and they just got their star cornerback. So let's go. I think people should be scared of Miami. So,
okay. All right, and George, you've got the AFC West. I had Kansas City, the Chargers. Man, I've been waiting for this guy to step up. Okay, the Raiders. Sorry, Sean, and Denver's last. I believe the Raiders are second and the Chargers are third, but we got the first and the fourth one correct. Any thoughts on the AFC West?
Let's ride Bronco country. Your boy finally got it back together. I think that Denver came in strong. Defense was a lot better than I think anybody was giving them credit for. And they stepped up, and Russell Wilson found his spot. But let's be honest. This division sets it up for your quarterbacks who are pretenders and who is for real. Your for real is going to be Mahomes. He's the king of the mountain, and until somebody knocks him off, they ain't going to do anything else. And then we got to put your boy out there in what used to be San Diego, now L.A. Him, and I got to add my boy out in Buffalo too. They're pretenders as quarterbacks. They can't. When they gonna get over the hump? They can't. That hero ball doesn't work in the NFL, and it's not going to work now. So it is what it is.
All right. So George, I'm gonna stay with you. NFC North. I had Detroit. I had Green Bay second. I had Minnesota third, Chicago fourth. Minnesota is second, and Green Bay's third. I believe if that's correct. But I did get the top right and the bottom right. What do you think about the NFC North?
It sounded good. It was a good bet. Detroit coming off of last season looks like a really solid team. I got to give the coach all the credit to get. Forgot my man's name, the quarterback. Get him playing like he's actually an NFL player.
Is it Jared Goff?
Yeah, Goff. Yeah, Goff. Because I'm gonna tell you, because at first he was looking like it was a downhill slide, and he's on the way up now. So Goff is holding it down. I think the surprise Green Bay. I got love for love out there, love for love, because I don't think this year is going to be it for him, but they'll get a couple wins going down. And here we go with another can't get right. Chicago just can't get right. If do feels a favor and trade him and go ahead and y'all start all over again, because it's bad news.
Chicago is where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah, I will say this though. Minnesota got the ultimate Swiss Army knife at quarterback right now after Cousins went out. Dude, Dobbs, wherever Dobbs goes, Dobbs makes some things happen. So even if it's just street football, so we'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah, right.
We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how long it
All
lasts.
right. Well,
man.
you've got the NFC South. I had New Orleans, Atlanta, Carolina at third. I had Carolina at third. What was I thinking? And I had Tampa Bay at the bottom. Well, New Orleans is leading. Tampa Bay second, if I'm not mistaken. Atlanta's third. Carolina's fourth. What's going on in the NFC South?
Man, it's like the last bit of ketchup out the bottle, man. Like whoever squeezes it gonna get it. Like it's ugly. I'm gonna think New Orleans. I mean, at the end of the day, New Orleans has the best defense and offense balance. They have playmakers on both sides. Kamara is quietly having a very, very good season. People don't want to say anything about it. Tampa Bay, well, Baker Mayfield ain't going to take you so far. It is what it is. Atlanta doesn't got it. I don't think the quarterback's very good. Ritter's just not that guy. Like, I'm sorry. I watched him play, and I'm just like, others can see it. They don't want to say it yet either. And then, here goes Carolina. I mean, the kid is trying, man. I mean, hey, look, the kid is playing every game.
I'm with
He's
you.
not hurt. He's out here. He's getting big hits.
Yeah.
He gets up. He fights, man. But you can only so much with that bum team. Like you can't win that much. I mean, so it's going to be ugly. But New Orleans, I think they have the clearest path to the playoffs, unless something catastrophic happens.
All right, George, I did this on purpose. The NFC East, I got this right. I have Philadelphia, Dallas, Washington, and the Giants. Talk to you about the NFC East, and I'm sure you'll mention Dakota at some point in this analysis.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I will because I'm a fan. So let's start. The Commanders, is that what we're calling them now?
That's okay,
we don't need to discuss them, and we don't need to discuss the Giants at all because it's whatever. The Cowboys and your boy Dakota, I used to tell my players sometimes. I said, I can remember telling one of them, I said, son, you know what? You are allergic to success. And that is the theme when it comes to the Cowboys. They got what they need. They got what to be a contender and to be a great team, but somehow, some way, they can't get over the hump and they get in their own way. Just like that damn Philly game. Right now, Philly's holding the ball, and unless Dallas goes to see the allergist or something else, we're gonna have the same result where they'll win one playoff game and they'll be sent home. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, on behalf of Son of Festus, you have the NFC West, which I got correct. We've got San Francisco, Seattle, Rams, and Arizona. I believe that is actually the order, so I got 2 out of them correct. What are you thinking about the NFC West?
They're tough teams, man. I thought the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals were going to be like completely like terrible, bad. But they got some ballers, man. Like they got some guys that can play. And now that Kyler's in there, they can play. And Stafford is kind of like, he's kind of a little bit more healthy, and he's kind of, it takes him a long time for them older guys to kind of get loose. You know what I'm saying? And so now he's slanging the ball right now. He's slanging it right now. He's playing very well. So it's still clearly going to be San Fran. Seattle should be, comfortably in the wild card. I think they just lost. So, I can't even say that. But I think for most, I'll say is San Fran is the team to beat in the West. I think they're going to make it out the West. And if they can pick up to they were in the beginning of the season, guys are healthy. Debo looks very well. But if they can do that, man, they have a very good path to the at least the NFC Championship.
All right. So, fans, when we get back, as Will checks the group text, because our favorite two-guard just sent out some 49ers memorabilia, we will talk about things strictly for entertainment purposes only on the Odd Coaches Podcast.
The reviews are in for Dr. Keith Adams' book, Finding the Balance, My Personal Journey to Academic and Athletic Success. College professor and student-athlete academic expert Dr. Lisa Rubin said, There is nothing out there like this book, so I do hope people will pay attention and give it a read. Former George Mason standout Folarin Campbell said, "Consider this book an opportunity to work directly with Dr. Adams just like I did. I assure you that there will be something you can take away that will be useful to you throughout your personal journey." Ryan Waite, a recent college graduate who is a software engineer, said, "I like how the book is based on research, which makes it good for general students as well as student athletes." The book serves as both a memoir to Dr. Adams' 30-year academic and athletic career, as well as an instructional guide to assist student athletes, parents, coaches, teachers, and administrators navigate through the challenges of finding a better balance between academic and athletic success. The book includes over 15 personal stories and anecdotes from Dr. Adams, along with numerous former players and colleagues from a variety of sports and endeavors. You can order your copy at www.ckasaveproject.org. From the main page, simply click CKA Save Project Services and order the Find the Balance book. For more information, contact Dr. Keith Adams by email at cka@ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the Eye Coaches Podcast. We got to get George on more often. Segment 3. Will has the honor this week of giving us our NFL top 5. Cotton Man, the floor is yours. Give us our top 5.
Let's do it. 1A Eagles, 1B Chiefs until this evening, until Monday. Then I'm going to say the Ravens. They are looking really good right now.
Big Brother Rick's not going to like that, sir.
Oh, it's all good. The Niners, Dolphins, and then the Jaguars. I think that's the teams right now. They're hot right now. They're all playing very well. They're getting better. But yeah, those are the teams right now. And then 1A and B are going to knock one of them out. So it'll probably be the Jaguars. So.
Okay. George, what do you think about that top 5, man? Do you have any major beefs?
Yeah, I got one beef though. One beef.
Oh no, don't say
I can't allow Miami to be there because Miami ain't. Every time they find it up against a top team, you go from hanging 70 on somebody to get your doors blown off for 2 weeks when you play a real team. So until they can beat somebody, I can't give them no credit whatsoever. Okay. At least what I can say, the Cowboys did show up against the Eagles, but but Miami's been blown out by every top team they played. That's the one thing I can say. So that's the one beef I got there. I like Kansas City, I like Philly, and I like the 49ers up there. The Jaguars can be there right now because just they seem like they got it together. And then that last spot, we can go. We got 2 teams that, like I said, both teams are allergic to success, and that's Miami and the Cowboys. That's both of them.
Right.
So until one of them can say, until one of them can do it, but one team we are forgetting about, talking about the top 5, Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit's solid. I mean, Detroit beat Kansas City at the start beginning of the year. So Detroit got to get some love somewhere. They got to get some flowers.
They're 8-2. They're 8-2. Yep. So maybe I get rid of those Dolphins and add the Lions.
And Will, they play for that guy.
Yeah, they love that, man. They love that guy. They'll run through the wall.
Former middle linebacker at the U.
All right, so season-long bets. Will, I still got the Steelers over 8.5. They're 6-4 now. With 7 games left, can they get 3 wins? What do you think, sir?
Yes. They got Cardinals, they got Patriots, and the Colts. And then they got the Bengals with no Burrow no more. So they have some opportunities to definitely get to 8.
All right.
9. Yeah.
So, George, I got the Jags over 10. They're 7-3 now. Can I get 4 more wins for the Jags this year?
I believe so, especially how they're playing. Because if I believe, looking at what they got left, they got at least 2 games left in their division. So I think they can pull. I think they can pull that one out. I think they pull that one out.
All right, Will. I got the Jets over 9.5, and they're 4-5. Did I just lose my $10?
Yeah, you lost. But I mean, you lost it. You lost it.
All right, White's not mad, fans. Long time fans know Muff does not care.
Long
Okay.
as Wilson's quarterback and they ain't getting there.
Right.
George, I got the Chargers over 9.5. They're 4-6. Are there 6 wins out there for the Chargers, or is the 10 gone bye-bye?
I think you just donated your money to the poor sisters of the great saint or whatever it is, dog. The Chargers, God, so much
He was
talent,
supposed to be good this
so
year.
much talent. Yeah, he's been supposed to be good since he came in the league.
They paid him.
The Chargers have been very consistent for the last 25 years. I mean, they are who they are.
Mediocre. They've been consistently mediocre.
So I'm gonna stay with George. I got Green Bay over 7.5. They're 4-6. Do you see 4 wins coming out of there to get them to 8, sir?
I hate to say it, but no, I don't. I don't. They might get 3. I know they got Chicago coming up again. So they might squeak on there. And if they are, they're all.
They got the Panthers too, man. They got the Panthers. They got the Giants.
They got the Giants.
The Giants show up when you don't at least expect it. So I don't even want to count that. I don't even want to count that one. Chicago, because Chicago's a coin flip. I can't get them 4 more wins. I can't get 4 more wins for Green Bay.
All right. So, Will, you've got the easiest one on the board. I had Carolina over 7.5, and there's no way that that's going to happen. So I'm going to go back over to George. George, I got Washington over 6.5. They're 4-7. Can I find 3 more wins with what they've got left on the schedule? And one was supposed to happen today.
Exactly.
Keith, no. No.
They were supposed to win this one today, and then I only needed a couple of more wins. Jiminy Crickets.
That's not money well spent right there, partner. Okay. That's not money well spent.
And Will, I had Seattle over 8.5. They got 6 wins now. They were supposed to win today.
They were.
So can we find 3 more wins with that schedule?
For sure. Titans, Steelers, and Cardinals on the back end of the schedule. And they're still playing for the playoffs, so they should easily, and they can make it. And depending what happens to the Eagles, depending to what if they're getting ready for the playoff, you might steal one there. So I think they'll get it.
All right. So fans, I was not entertained last week. I was 1-4. This week I was also 1-4, and overall has not been a good go. So here's what I had on the point spread. I had Houston -5, and they couldn't get the job done. Okay. They won the game, but didn't win my bet. I had Miami over 46. I was waiting for that offense to strike up again. Nope, that didn't happen. I had Detroit over 48 and Tennessee under 40 for my 2-play. That was a dud. I had a 3-play money line. I had Dallas, Detroit, Jacksonville. That went to the pay window. And I had Pittsburgh on the upset because we had the rookie quarterback. And man, is the Pittsburgh offense inept. You got guys talking at their locker now about how bad it is. I don't know if Tomlin can pull them out, but Kenny Pickett is as we like to say, some hot garbage. Not good, man. George, this is the first time publicly we could talk about my NFL bets. Any thoughts on my bad week, sir?
It was bad.
Much agreed, man. Much agreed.
Let's look. That the Seattle game, as bad as Seattle is offensively, because they rely so heavily on the run game, and Geno will usually pull some kind of magic trick out the box. I think the time has probably run out, but I will give them credit. Those boys hit hard and they play some good defense. And that running game, you can pack that running game up and take it anywhere that you need to. The problem is that they're great at home, but away from home, there's problems. You know, I don't know how you decided to bet on did you bet on the Commanders? I don't know what
6.5. I can
care.
count 7. Well, I thought I could count 7
I don't
wins.
care.
And I thought today was one of the ones I could count on.
No.
I know.
No. I feel, you know, in the rest of them, you got hit because, you know, like the Jets, when you bet at the beginning of the year, everybody thought Aaron Rodgers was going to carry that. And
First game.
Yeah, boom. Yeah, blown out, you know, and that hits you. And I think that all the teams are playing all right. They're just dealing with those catastrophic injuries. One thing, the biggest surprise, and I can tell you, Mr. Cotton brought it up early. Them Tennessee Titans, man. You know, that's swamp trash. I ain't seen them play that bad in years. They used to be one of the toughest teams in the NFL. And
last year,
last couple years. I mean, right. You know, Tannehill was never a good quarterback, but it's done gotten worse. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, fans, this is a special week, obviously. Thanksgiving Day games. So we've got a 3-pack, and we're gonna make some money on Thursday. Green Bay, Detroit, Washington, Dallas. Throw the records out of the window when the Cowboys played. Nope. And San Francisco, Seattle. I am sure I will get text messages during that game. Friday, Black Friday. The NFL has no morals. They're crowded in on Black Friday. So Miami and the Jets will play on a day that y'all supposed to be out shopping. No, the NFL is going to say, watch us. And then on Sunday, New Orleans, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Cincy. Selfishly, the New England Patriots against the Giants. That ought to be fun. Jacksonville against Houston. Kansas City at the Raiders. And Buffalo at the Eagles. So, Will, what are you looking forward to watching, sir?
Oh, I'm looking forward to the Packers Lions. That should be a ton of points. I'm taking the over on that for sure. That's going to be good for me. I wouldn't mind. I'm obviously going to watch Commanders Cowboys. If you're looking for a nice little prop, the sack over for Cowboys are going to destroy the Commanders' offensive line. It's going to be bad. If you get a nice little, you know, strictly
for entertainment purposes only.
Exactly. After that, there is like a ton of bad games. I mean, I hope the Bills and the Eagles can turn it up a little bit. And if you are in Phoenix in the Cardinals Rams, tickets are as low as $16. So all our listeners, if you're in Arizona on Sunday, you can go see an NFL game for $16.
Jamie, take the kids. We have a CK family in Arizona. George, what are we looking forward to, sir?
I'm telling everybody now, run to the window with your money.
Strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Strictly. Josh Allen throwing more than 2 picks on Sunday. Okay? That's going to be more than 2 picks. Sunday, we're going to be treated to the ugliest game in NFL history. That's going to be the Steelers and Cincinnati. Because the Steelers have no offense and Cincinnati has no quarterback. So that's gonna be interesting. But I'm looking for probably is gonna be Thanksgiving. I gotta go along with Mr. Cotton. That Green Bay game, that Green Bay Detroit game is gonna be worthwhile. And the sleeper game I'm thinking is going to be that Seahawks and 49ers game. That's gonna be a body bag game. Because they don't like it.
Yep. If I can stay up.
I hear you, brother. They don't like each other. They hit hard, and they're gonna try to kill each other. It's on a short week too. Hide the children and the babies and get ready because I think that one was gonna be worth it.
And if the Seahawks win, then they have tie records.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Look at that. Yep. So, fans, it's Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. This comes out Tuesday, so you got time to prep and plan. So please, as Coach Collada, my high school coach, Hank used to say, don't worry about the football and everything. It's about bringing family together, taking time to pause. So again, I love this holiday. I hope you and everybody out there have a great holiday. Will, Thanksgiving message for the people, sir.
Call your people. I know we're all having a great time, all going to family. Everybody's love. Remember, not everybody is fortunate of that. Just call them, check on them, make sure how they're doing, invite them over, get a plate. Have fun, be safe.
All right. And George, take us out, sir.
Tell the people around you that you love them. Next day isn't promised. So cherish that time you have with them and tell them that you love them.
All right. That's a perfect way to end. So on behalf of our Cavalcade of Stars, I'm Dr. Keith Adams saying thank you for listening and or watching the Odd Coaches podcast, and we'll see you on the sidelines. Till next time, take care.
The Odd Coaches podcast is sponsored by the CKA Save Project. The CKA Save Project is an industry leader in providing student-athlete academic and athletic support. From assessing student-athletes' academic and athletic skills, to measuring and monitoring student-athlete academic progress, to improving student-athlete time management and organizational skills, the CKA Save Project provides wraparound services for student-athletes from middle school through college. For more information, visit us on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org or schedule a free consultation with Dr. Keith Adams by emailing cka@ckasaveproject.org.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. The Odd Coaches podcast drops new episodes every Tuesday through Friday on most weeks. Make sure you subscribe to the Odd Coaches podcast on Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow the Odd Coaches podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Odd Coaches. Follow Dr. Adams on Twitter and Instagram at CKA Save Project. In addition, follow Coach Mike Francis on Twitter and Instagram at Coach Franchise, spelled Coach Franchize. For more information about the CKA Save Project, please visit them on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org. See you next time on the Odd Coaches podcast.